everyone, welcome back for a little TLC where we talk about the truth about life in Christ. As we wrap up Black History Month, I wanted to spend some time talking about leaving a legacy, leaving something behind to those who care for us or for our children. A couple of weeks ago, we were in premarital spiritual advising and we went over some scriptures. We were talking about finances, and these scriptures have really stuck with me. So the first one comes out of Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22, and it says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous." And then coming out of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8, it reads, "But those who don't care for their relatives, especially those in their own household, have denied the true faith. Such people are worse than unbelievers." And those scriptures really convicted me because I started to think about the decisions that I have made, some financial decisions I have made, and things that I have continued to do, and whether or not I was taking care of my family, and whether or not if I keep on the same trajectory, I would be able to provide for or leave an inheritance to my children's children. There is a study that was done, I believe in June of 2021, that gives some statistics about Black wealth in America. Did you know that the average wealth of Black families is around $24,000? Additionally, 1 in 5 Black people have a negative net worth, meaning that their liabilities, their debts outweigh their assets. So 1 in 5 Black people have a negative net worth. I do think that we have to acknowledge that Black people have experienced financial barriers and resistance to being able to accumulate wealth in this country. But the bottom line is we are called to take care of our families. We are called to leave an inheritance to our children's children. Are we doing that? Are we being good stewards of our finances? Are we taking care of what I believe to be our first ministry, and that is our family? Or are we wasting everything away, denying our true faith by not storing up anything for our families and our future generations? I really don't want to spend too much time talking about how we can, change our spending habits and budgeting and all of that type of stuff, because I am not, that's really just not my area of expertise at all. I will put a link in the description box to several Black financial channels with people who do have that expertise. And if you are in North Carolina, you can message me or email me, and I can connect you to some financial planners in North Carolina to kind of help you with your present day finances. But today, when it comes to leaving a legacy, I wanted to talk about estate planning, something that I do have some knowledge in, and particularly how we can protect our assets so that we can leave something to our families by having 3 very important documents together. That is, number 1, your will, which will let your family and the courts know how you want your property to be distributed when you pass away. Number 2, the durable power of attorney, which will allow people to make decisions, financial decisions on your behalf in the event that you are not able to. And number 3, your healthcare power of attorney, which will allow someone to make, whoever you appoint, to make healthcare decisions for you in the event that you are unable to. I really wanted to talk about these particular documents just to make sure that you have everything together when you pass away, or in the event that you become incapacitated. Because if you don't, you leave all of that into the hands of the courts who may not know you, folks who do not care about you, and they'll charge you money to be able to handle your business when you could have handled that on your own prior to you becoming incapacitated or passing away. I have seen families be ripped apart under the stress of the probate process, under the stress of not knowing where or how to distribute their family's property, a loved one's property, or not knowing what decisions to make because their family member didn't leave them anything to work with. It is very important that you get your estate planning documents together. Again, your will, your durable power of attorney, your healthcare power of attorney, and there are some other measures such as trust, or advanced healthcare directives that may also be helpful to you. And I highly recommend that you speak with an attorney about getting those documents together according to what is best for the assets that you do have. If you live in North Carolina, then you are more than welcome to call the office at which I practice, and you can reach us at 336-436-0054. Many people are afraid to talk about death. We are afraid to prepare for death, but I want you all to think about this like an insurance policy. You pay into an insurance policy not because you want something to happen to you, or even that you think something is going to happen to you, but you pay into it to make sure that if something does happen, you are taken care of, your family is taken care of. And so think of your estate planning in the same way. We have these documents not because we think we're going to die tomorrow or because we want to die tomorrow. And we're not even speaking that over ourselves or speaking over ourselves that we're going to become incapacitated, but we want to be prepared just in case something does happen. We want to make sure that our loved ones are left with some type of finance and some type of plan, so that while they are grieving, they don't have to also get all your stuff together because we didn't do our part in preparing. It is especially, I believe, important for us to take care of ourselves and to have these documents in order if we have minor children, because we want to make sure if something happens to us, our children are left in the care of folks who we know are going to raise them in a way that is most closely aligned to how we would. And so I want to implore you all to take care of your family legacy, to leave something to your children's children, to take care of the relatives in your household by having your estate planning documents together. I would love to know what you all think about this. Had you heard these scriptures before, coming out of Proverbs and coming out of 1 Timothy, imploring us to take care of our families and to leave something to our children's children? Do you have your estate planning documents together? If you don't, what in the world is holding you up? If you like this video, make sure you actually push the like button and subscribe to this channel. Whether you like this video or not, I really need for you to share it so that we can educate people on the importance of having our estate planning documents together so that we can protect our families, our family legacy, in not only a legal way, but in a way that I have learned is very much Christian and aligned with our faith. That's all I have for today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time for a little TLC. Bye-bye.